For joining me. It is May 2nd, 2022. I appreciate all of you guys for helping me grow this channel. We just broke through 33K on YouTube here, and I appreciate all of you guys so much. Okay, we're going to get started here. Over on Twitter, I put out this tweet here. Price is a distraction. Look at the record-breaking on-demand liquidity volumes. And you guys saw the post. You guys saw the title of this video. Record demand, right, and record-breaking numbers in ODL volume. So price is a distraction. Understand what you hold. Understand what is being built behind the scenes. And speaking of some money moving, I'm going to go into the news here first, and then we're going to get into XRP crypto news here at the end. We just sent $33 billion in militarized aid to Ukraine. Meanwhile, here is Philadelphia. This is a tweet here. This is what many inner cities look like right now here in America. And this is scary. This is shocking. And the worst part is to see us send billies on over to everybody else. And actually, as a matter of fact, we wasted trillions in the Middle East as well. So we spend billions, hundreds of billions, and trillions of dollars over here in other countries. Meanwhile, America is getting eaten up within. The internal chaos is growing. The streets are getting worse. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, guys. You know, I could go on a whole rant on just that, but let's keep it moving, okay? This tweet coming out from Lauren. I forget her name. She's a pretty popular in the hardcore conservatives. Lauren, how do you even say her last name? I don't know, whatever. Pelosi can go into a war zone to check on Ukraine, but hasn't been able to take a plane ride down to our southern border all year long. Guys, and this isn't political. This is sellouts on both sides. I think that I showed you guys a tweet about how she was buying military stock. She was buying stocks in these companies right before the war launched. So she was tipped as well. All these people are sellouts, really, when we reveal all truth. But, you know, this is sickening. This is a mockery to the American people. Our streets... I just showed you guys the picture. It's shocking. Our veterans, what's happening to our people in this country is sick. Our schools, absolute failure. It's a mockery what they're doing here, right? Pelosi going to the war zone to check on Ukraine and act like we're doing something good over there. Act like we're doing something good with our military over the last couple decades. Now, remember, I am all for our military. No one else is more pro-U.S. military than me. But we've been used by private central bankers that have bought and paid for these politicians on both sides of the aisle. We're sending $33 billion. And it's a mockery, 33. And, you know, it's funny. Every time I mention numerology and numbers, people always, every video, oh, you lost me at that. Unsubscribing. Teenage kid crap is what one kid said today. And I'm just thinking, do you understand that the billionaires, the people that run this world, live by this code? They live by numbers. They do everything by ritual. Right in front of your dumb face as you laugh at me talking about the numbers. And then I got this whole other group right now that thinks that I'm a normie and that I don't know about decodes. Like, I've been on decodes for a whole year. $33 billion going to Ukraine. Meanwhile, we also have Lauren here in the United States funding a bill here, or setting up a bill to eliminate Biden's Ministry of Truth. I actually think that we should let them do it. Let them expose themselves even further, because that's all that's been happening over the last 2 years. The real sellouts have just been exposing themselves on a daily basis. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is all distraction. This is all dividing us. And like I said, the internal chaos in this country is getting worse. The divide is getting worse. And it's time to turn off our mainstream news. Continuing on. Durham wants records from Clinton 2016 Fusion GPS for Sussman trial. Now, remember, everyone, fact checkers, people on every side of the aisle, that want to come at me. This is a mainstream news article. I am not trying to get political with you guys. I want the truth revealed in a court of law. I want a level playing field for all. I want our troops not to go fight foreign wars. I don't want to send $33 billion to any other country, period, until the American people have been taken care of, until we've admitted that our country's bankrupt. This is not to get political, but there's a common theme with people who have been corrupt. They're trying to cover up those documents. In this particular case, I can't even say her name. Can't even say her name. But her CFO of her criminal campaign conspiracy, Gary Gensler, head of the SEC. What's the SEC doing right now? Trying to cover up the truth, trying to hide the documents. These are public servants that are using their privilege to hide the truth, their privilege. So I'm not here to make a political statement. I'm just presenting you mainstream news articles, and let's figure out together who's selling out the American people. Left, right, up, down. It's very simple in this country, right? When all truth is revealed, whether you're left, right, I don't care what you identify as, what you're doing. As long as you stand for truth, freedom, and the principles that made this country great, which is the basic fundamental rights of a free, sovereign individual, we can be friends. We should be friends. And as long as you stand for all truth being revealed, and that's the best part about the internet, is we can have these conversations like grown adults. Continuing on. If you're a snowflake that gets offended, then you've probably already left anyway, so good luck. God bless. Let's continue on. Let's get into the real estate update. Home prices hit a new record high this week, even as we can see the tiny inklings of a market normalizing. $425,000 for the median single-family home. A few more weeks of rising prices before summer. $440K ? This week, Altos research data for the real estate market. Okay, so going through a little thread here. But the median single-family home in America just hit up at $425,000. And last month it was $400,000 is when we finally broke $400K. So the real estate market, although it's starting to show some signs of weakness, we're basically starting to top out and roll over what we're seeing. I have these New York Times charts of home equity wealth by generation. Over the past 2 years, U.S. homeowners gained more than $6 trillion in housing wealth. These gains have almost entirely gone to those born before 1980, while millennials are mostly locked out of home ownership. Now, I don't feel bad for the average millennial, even though I am one, because half of them don't want to work and they're not worth anything. Right? Like, they literally just think that they should get a free ride, that they are entitled to basically, some of this wealth. They're entitled to somebody else's wealth. If that's what you believe, you're twisted and you got this thing backwards. No. But with that being said, it is unfortunate what they're doing with the interest rates, with the money movers and what they've set this up as with the mortgages. We won't be able to get in because we ain't, even the ones that do work, myself included, the ones who do work, run businesses, provide value, the squeeze is on for trying to buy a new house, right? All these baby boomers, all the Gen X rode it up, right? Everyone's up, what was it, like 30% on average, I think, in some markets. It's great. It's great to see everyone. It's been great for America, right? We've been living good, fat and happy, as I like to always say, because I like to offend us a little bit. We've been fat and happy, right, in America. This party's coming to an end, right? And I would also say that this right here has also propped up the equities market, the stock market, and the cryptocurrency market as well. We have been cashed out, been able to live nice and well based off of this inflation in the real estate market specifically. Not to mention the stocks also rode the wave as well. This whole inflation thing, what it's done is it started the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. The greatest transfer of wealth is already underway, guys. It's already well underway. And so basically it started in '08, really, when you look at it, even going back to 2000. The dot-com bubble and was when the stock market started to get out of control with the valuations and everything. And then the internet came on. But we had that the mortgage crisis of '07, '08. Now we didn't fix the real issues. We patched up everything, and then we basically inflated it another 10x from the last crisis, at least. So this party's coming to an end, right? And these numbers are pretty shocking to see. Over $6 trillion just in the last 2 years of wealth was gained in the United States real estate market. But we are starting to see some cracks here. This article coming out from Zero Hedge. These are the 10 cities seeing the steepest home price declines. Double-digit monthly price growth for the U.S. housing market could soon slow as skyrocketing mortgage rates trigger an affordability crisis that has caused fewer and fewer buyers to bid on homes in some metropolitan areas. What goes up must come down, right? Realtor.com said in a new report, adding, quote, price hikes have seemed unstoppable until now. So we still have way more demand than we do have supply. The supply-demand imbalance is there. But we are starting to see this thing fall apart. So Toledo, Idaho, the median listing price down 18%. Rochester, New York down 17%. Detroit down 15%. Los Angeles down 5%. Chicago 3.7%. And so what we're starting to see here is these high-flying markets, New York and LA being a couple of them, and we're starting to see some of these other ones. If I go to my next article here, Greater Vancouver home sales fell 34% year over year. I'm also seeing numbers coming out of Toronto. So if you look in North America, it's the same situation. These high-flying markets that foreign investors flooded went nuts. In Seattle, went crazy. San Francisco, LA, the whole West Coast, right? Then you also had, it's basically the coasts. New York, Miami. Same thing up in Canada. Vancouver went nuts, and then Toronto as well. Greater Vancouver home sales fell 34% year over year. Add that to this little issue that we have popping up as well. 15,000 construction workers have walked off the job across the Greater Toronto area. All high-rise sites now on hold. So I mentioned this last night. This was the strike that this guy was talking about, Steve Soretsky, covering real estate up in Canada. Looks like he's a Vancouver realtor and investor, so that's cool. Thank you, Steve, for sharing us this information. 15,000 construction workers walking off the jobs, all high-rise sites now on hold. And this is the labor unions, the trade unions up there in Canada. So this is going to only add to the housing shortages in some of these areas. Greater Vancouver fell by 34%. Okay, and so the rest of the real estate market you guys are seeing, I went through that same deal here in the United States. This is why we've been so focused on our business and our real estate right now, because one thing, a lot of people have a lot of their wealth tied up in real estate, tied up in their business. But the second part is whether or not you're in the game, if you do come into wealth, if we ever do make some money off this little crypto stuff, we need to understand where to put it. We need to have a strategy for, investing in a business, starting our business, investing in real estate. How do we not only make, but keep and multiply that wealth once we come into it? So this is why we've kind of broadened our strategies and including real estate and business, because the crypto market's been sideways and down, and I've only been sticking to the utility cryptos that I'm fine holding. If we continue down another 50% from this price point in the crypto markets, I'm fine with all of my cryptos. I didn't overinvest. My bags, are just over there, not doing much. And we can ride that down 50% and we'll be fine. I want you guys to be in a similar position, right? Don't focus on, stacking 100,000 tokens. Right now, invest what you can afford to lose, right? And we got to ride this wave out, and we got to understand our strategies for business and real estate, because we can take advantage of that no matter which way the market goes. In an up or a down market, we can be making money in our business. We need to understand whether our business is going to survive this recession and what we believe to be an inflationary depression that could last us out the better part of 5-10 years. I mean, this could be like a decade long of stagflation. Think about that. It could easily just go another year or two as well, right? So we got to be ready to ride out this storm. Let's get into our crypto news, because it is good. Crypto news is good. Just in, Argentina's largest private bank, Banco Galicia, maybe, I don't know how to pronounce that, has added support to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and USDC on its app. The largest private bank in Argentina. That's great to see. Shout out to Regzy. She's another TikTok creator here as well. The $100 million in gas fees due to the Other Side Meta sale could have gone to artists in the Web3 space. Imagine using the XRP ledger with no gas fees, and all those extra funds could be used to buy more assets and support more artists. Why wouldn't we welcome that? Hashtag XRP. Now, Regzy, she was down at the Ripple House event there. I saw that. That was super cool. Shout out to Regzy for making it down there to the Ripple House. The Ripple House brought in a bunch of NFT influencers, creators, and stuff. So it's so true, guys. We were talking about last night how Ethereum, the average transaction that was going through was thousands of dollars. One person paid a record like $40,000 to mint 2 of these little virtual Other Side Meta sales, the Other Side real estate, whatever's going on. I mean, I don't even pay attention anymore to these silly projects, guys. In my opinion, the cryptocurrency space is pretty straightforward. There's a handful that have utility partnerships and will be adopted by the people that matter. The rest of the market is just for the kids to play with. And maybe you want to join. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking the hustle of getting in there and flipping these projects and stuff. But I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. And this is a disgrace, right? So $100 million in gas fees was paid just for minting this one project. This one project's mint on Ethereum. $100 million in gas fees. That's criminal. I dropped a video earlier today, one of my clips from last live. Ethereum gas fees are criminal. And it's sick. $100 million that could have gone to other artists, extra funds, more assets. This tweet from Crypto Bull says it all, though. Bitcoin is slow, Ethereum is expensive, Solana is down, and Cardano not fully developed. There is only one crypto asset that works perfectly right now. XRP. Absolutely. Absolutely. And now we have Liquidity Hub live. We have the NFT update. So we can handle it all. Right? We can handle it all on the XRP ledger right now. But the development continues. I mean, we're just going to get started. Flare's going to launch July 4th, hopefully. We're just getting started with the utility. But we can already do it all now, right? Now that we finally have NFTs, like we're ready to send this thing. And we haven't had any downtime since inception, guys. Like in the last 10 years, the XRP ledger has not gone down once. Hasn't had to be updated. Like it has been updated, but it doesn't have to shut down and reboot. This thing scales. This thing gets something done. Just like the other utility cryptos that we have invested in. The rest of the space is a joke. Bitcoin slow, Ethereum expensive, Solana down, Cardano not fully developed. Right. And we like Cardano, we like Charles Hoskinson, but it's just not there yet. XRP ledger, flawless. Now here is the record numbers and record customer demand. This thread here from Ashish Burla. Huge shout out to Ashish, the GM of RippleNet. We love Ashish. Coming off our best year yet. RippleNet ended Q1 2022 with record numbers and customer demand. Some of the highlights by the numbers. RippleNet reached a 15 billion annualized payment volume run rate as customers expand the use of RippleNet and on-demand liquidity beyond remittances, including treasury and SME payments, that's small, medium enterprises. 15 billion in annualized payment volume run rate. ODL grew 8 times year over year, and I'm incredibly proud to see half of the customers using ODL today upgraded their services from fiat only, a testament to on-demand liquidity's product market fit and the vision we had from day one. That is upgrading to XRP. So while everyone wants to FUD us out and tell us that you don't need XRP, you do have an incentive to use XRP. Much more cheap, much more efficient, and you don't have to have any pre-funded accounts. There's a reason to use XRP. There's not a reason to use 99% of these crypto tokens. Half of the on-demand liquidity customers are now upgraded to on-demand liquidity that's using XRP. They're going to be tapping into Liquidity Hub. So anytime they want to do anything with anything tokenized, anything crypto, anything distributed ledger technology, they can go to Ripple's Liquidity Hub. Bank O Ripple is what we should start calling it. They go to Bank O Ripple and they can set up one account, one wallet, one user interface to access the whole crypto market using the decentralized exchange that's built on the XRP ledger that will always get you the cheapest price and best option. This is game over. Price is a distraction. These numbers don't lie. These numbers tell you the story, the key of what you should be focusing on right now. Global growth remains strong with improved product functionality, such as the ability for payments to continue processing even if an on-demand liquidity exchange partner happens to go down. So even when, guys, when other people go down, you're still going to be able to use XRP. That's what's happening. That's what they're building out right now. When an on-demand liquidity exchange partner happens to go down, you can continue to process your payments. APAC is one of the biggest contributors of on-demand liquidity dollar volume, totaling over 1 billion in Q1 alone. So over 1 billion of on-demand liquidity volume in the Asia Pacific region alone, being the biggest contributor. They're dominating over there. Philippines, Thailand, Korea, Japan. Doing great. On-demand liquidity can enable payouts in 25 payout markets today, including new regions like Singapore, Malaysia, Poland, Indonesia, Thailand, and more, up from 3 markets in 2020. So last year they hit 20 markets. Now they're up to 25. And they were just at 3 markets in 2020. In the midst of the SEC lawsuit. In the midst of the price doing nothing. Right? Record numbers, record demand. These markets collectively represent 62% of the 700 billion year global remittance market and 86% of the $6 trillion daily global FX market, which includes treasury, corporate, cross-border payments, foreign currency, cross-border payments. 700 billion global remittance market. So these markets cover 62% of that. So we've covered nearly 3/4 of the $700 billion global remittance market. Remember, that's not money that's stagnant. That's money that's moving or being settled too. And that's a $6 trillion daily global FX market. 86% coverage of that market. So now if someone wants to tap into on-demand liquidity, they have a bank, they have a partner, they have an exchange, they have a relationship in 25 countries that allows you to start using this technology. So when we talk about a flip of the switch moment, guys, the infrastructure is built out, right? It's just a matter of cutting the ribbon, opening the doors, opening up the new highway, and the money's going to start flowing. $1 billion daily in these markets, right? And finally, I'm very excited to announce, $1 trillion, $6 trillion daily in these markets. And finally, I'm very excited to announce that we've hired a new VP of Global Payments to lead payments for RippleNet. So that is Sony Joseph. It's going to be running VP of Global Payments. Awesome. That's great news. Thank you, Ashish, for keeping us updated. RippleNet, just record growth, record demand. The numbers don't lie here. Complete coverage right now being built out. The Internet of Value is ready to run on distributed ledger technologies that actually get something done, that are efficient. Are we going to get 100% of these markets? Probably not, but we're positioned to get a chunk. A chunk that's going to take us to a little bit higher than a 60-cent coin. I can guarantee you that. Let's check this out. We have a shout out to Rosie Rios from Warren Buffett this weekend. Rosie Rios had issued more currency than anyone in history. Pretty sure that's why she sits on Ripple's board too, to oversee the issuance of the new money, XRP. This is from Digital Perspectives. Huge shout out to Digital Perspectives here. And this is from the Unicorn Hunter Show, which is basically the Shark Tank version of like tech startups. And Rosie Rios is on that show. She's one of the unicorn hunters on that show. Rosie Rios, who was acknowledged by Warren Buffett at this year's Berkshire Hathaway annual shareholders meeting. And so Warren was talking about money, talking about currency, talking about Rosie Rios, how her signature is on all of this. So just think about that. This person's on our board. What's your cryptocurrency company doing again? Do you have anyone of this stature on your company? You don't, right? And we have a whole roster with backups. Like we have a whole all-star team cast on this Ripple company within the Ripple organization, and with all the partnerships that we're tapped into. I mean, it's everyone. So huge shout out to Rosie Rios. This was a question from Digital Perspectives asking about the Ripple lawsuit. Did Judge Torres' decision to shorten the summary judgment send a signal to the SEC that however she rules on DPP emails, SEC will not be able to appeal her decision to Second Circuit, allowing further delays into 2023? So he's asking, is this setting this thing up to go further into 2023? John Deaton replies, the fact that Judge Torres didn't rubber stamp the joint proposed scheduling order shows two things. Number one, regardless of what the parties agree to, she is in charge of this case. And number two, the judge recognizes the significant public interest in this case and is thus advancing it forward. So she's trying to move this thing along. She understands what's going on here, and then she's also letting them know that she's in charge. She didn't just rubber stamp and say, yeah, we're going to push it all the way out. There's no reason to, right? She's already started to see some of this evidence under camera review or whatever they call it, right? The judge, she's already started to see some of this. And now what we're seeing with the SEC still trying to stall this thing out with the him and emails. Guys, I mean, take advantage of this opportunity. The longer they want to stall out this case, this is your opportunity. If you're new, there's a lot of new people here that are just getting in. And you thought even the people that did invest over the last year, you thought you were only going to be able to stack a couple thousand XRP, a couple thousand XLM, a little bit of XDC, these utility coins that are actually going to get something done. You thought you were just going to be able to accumulate a little bag. Times are tough right now. Take advantage of this opportunity. Get your hustle up. Stack as much cash. Make your preparations, and with the discretionary income that you can afford to lose, that you can afford emotionally, your emotional bank account needs to be able to withstand your cryptocurrency bag going down another 50%, because that could happen. We could go down another 50% in this market right now. Okay? So while this whole thing's getting stalled out, while the price remains stagnant, take advantage of this opportunity. Huge shout out to John Deaton for giving us that update, though. So I love to see this. I'm loving Judge Torres. This is looking great. She looks like she's fair, like she wants to get this thing done. She understands that there's serious public interest in this case. We're going to win. I mean, guys, like, Do I really need to tell you guys? I mean, how much more do you guys need to see to understand there's no way we can lose? There's not a chance we lose. Speaking of emotions, this tweet from Bearable Bull says it all. This is the Fear and Greed Index. Last year, when we were at 38,000 in 2021, the Fear and Greed Index was at extreme greed. Here we are in 2022 trading at 38,000 and we are in extreme fear. I don't put too much weight on this Fear and Greed Index. I mean, it's just another way that they manipulate the meatheads, basically, manipulate all of us doofus moron investors, right, that are gambling here in cryptocurrency. This is kind of just another way that they do this. But, you know, whatever. Use the metric for what it's worth. We can tell. You can read Twitter. I mean, you can see the fear, right? It's not just in the cryptocurrency market. You can see the fear in the markets. You can see the stress, the frustration in the markets. And the only thing that I have to say is that it can get worse from here. So even though the prices have gotten attractive, we already dropped, 50 to 70% on a lot of these assets. They're at good prices now, but be ready to ride this thing down even further if the situation continues to deteriorate. If the Federal Reserve continues to raise interest rates and they go along as they're telling us they're going to, it's going to get a lot worse. So just be ready for that. Understand your emotions right now. Understand where you're at right now with your cryptocurrency investing portfolio, with your business, with your real estate, and where you're emotionally standing right now. Okay? Because this market's beating people up. This world's beating people up right now. A lot of distractions, a lot of FUD. So you got to get your mind right now. Okay, here we go. Gold Telegraph. Some central banks are reporting losses. We are now seeing flash crashes. The sad part, the Federal Reserve has only raised interest rates 25 basis points so far. They've only raised it 0.25%. We're already seeing central banks reporting losses, flash crashes, liquidity crisis, debt crisis. And apparently the Citigroup of London trading desk was behind the flash crash in Europe today. So that was the flash crash that we saw today. It was about like an 8% drop in the stock market, and then it quickly bounced back up across all of Europe. Apparently that this was a manipulation event done by Citigroup London trading desk. So they say the error could potentially cause monetary and reputational damage to Citi, as NASDAQ said it will not cancel any trades made on the Nordic markets. So because it's one of them doing the manipulation, they're not shutting down the markets, right? When we start to get a real pump, they shut these exchanges down, they shut down the markets. When the London metals market got jacked up, they shut that down. But because it's them doing a little manipulation event, quick flash crash, and then it gets bought back up, they don't shut it down. And what's happening, guys, is the bots are so programmed and tuned in to buy all dips. That's why they never last long. So if you think that you're like, we're going to go in and it's going to be like the bottom of the market for an extended period of time, and we're all going to understand this is the bottom, that's not how this works, right? It's going to be quick, it's going to be sudden, and we will bounce back quickly. But most people won't even know whether it's the end of it or not. Like but these types of events here, this is just all manipulation. It's the same thing that we see with XRP price, the glitches, stuff like that right here. And we see it all the time in the cryptocurrency market, just these mass manipulation. Whales come in and they just tank the market, and then it gets bought right back up, right? The bots have this thing programmed. So that's why you got to set your limit orders. If you want to take advantage of these flash crashes, of these dips, you need to just have emotional bank account, and then you need to be able to have a little bit of bank account that you can afford to lose, right? That you can put into this high risk asset class, and then you set your limit orders and you wait for the manipulators to do their thing, and you hope that your order goes through on these exchanges. But it's funny how they say that the error could potentially cause monetary and reputational damage to Citi, as NASDAQ said it will not cancel any trades made on the Nordic markets. These markets are busted if anytime we have some sort of swing here, the markets need to shut down. That tells you right there that we're bust, that this thing's up. The whole thing's a Ponzi scheme. Be careful right now. Now, since CoinMarketCap wants to play silly games here, we are over here on Live Coin Watch today. Let's take a look here. Bitcoin at the 38.5 price target, Ethereum still at 2,800, and XRP up at 62 cents today. Okay, so the market's still sideways. Looks like it's going to get a little bit more bumpy here to the downside. So I want you guys to be prepared for that. We are zoomed in here on the XRP 4-hour chart here. Boom, boom. Okay, there we go. Let's go into some rapid fire Q&A, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys. If you're looking to join, we have a new month that started on Patreon Discord. So if you want to access, just head on over to zachrector.com. Hop on in the Discord if you're looking to get your game up, looking to join a group of like-minded individuals. It's a party over there every single day. Get into the truth. Adults able to have conversations about the truth without getting offended. You know, it's just a great group of researchers, great group of like-minded individuals. If you're looking to join us, zachrector.com. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys so much. YouTube, if we could hit that thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate that. For sharing this message, I greatly appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much. Let's go rapid fire Q&A here for a little bit. .com bubble plus crypto industry equals same results. Yep, and the real estate is a little bit jacked up too as well. Men-elect XRP will crash to maybe 40 cents due to manipulation. Whales will buy the retail panic. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm seeing people that have been in my comments on TikTok over the last year, XRP holders. I'm seeing them sell off right now. And that's perfectly what they wanted to do. I mean, this is mission accomplished for the people who understand what's being built out on the new financial system. They are shaking all of us out of our bags. Hammer, what's up, man? Yeah, they're not shaking us out. They are not shaking us out. And I'm trying not to buy more crypto right now. I'm trying to move on real estate right now as my focus. But boy, oh boy. Me and the wifey and the girlie might be homeless because I might have to back up the truck if we go below 50 cents. If we go below 50 cents, oof, we might have to live on the streets for a moment in time. We might go camping for the summer. Sorry, honey, we leveraged everything to buy more crypto. We're going to have to go camping for the summer. Dry powder for the crash. Absolutely, Hammer. Absolutely. Ready to strike here. I have 0 Bitcoins. No plans to buy any. God bless you. No reason to hold Bitcoin. None. Safe Moon was a scam. Yeah, 99% of the space. Yep. Yep. And it's all being exposed. And all of these cryptos can go down a lot further from here. Even though they're down 70 to 80%. I mean, some cryptos aren't coming back, right? I mean, 99% will eventually go away. But specifically through this bear market, some of these are done. Nicole keeps buying more. God bless you. God bless you guys. Thank you. Thoughts on Polygon? They had their moment last year. They just don't get me excited anymore. Anything that had its moment last year really doesn't get me excited in the cryptocurrency space across the board. If it hit an all-time high last year, it doesn't get me excited besides XDC and a few others. XDC was a relatively new cryptocurrency though, so we don't have metrics going back to the last bull run. If it was around last bull run, you know, that would be a different story, but XDC was a new coin. Is XRP decentralized? Yes, it's more decentralized than Bitcoin and Ethereum and 99% of cryptocurrencies. Can XLM get to 4 digits? I don't see why not. I don't have any price predictions for XLM long term. I just try to stack, and I'm willing to trade that bag a little bit more. I'm willing to give up that bag a little bit more just because I can still get it. I'm not worried about being able to get XLM again. So my strategy has always been to pretty much just dump my XLM if we do get the alt season pump that we've been waiting for, hoping for, praying for, that we're all crying about because it hasn't come through. I was planning on selling all my XLM because I can get it back. Not worried about being able to get it back, but we haven't caught that alt season pump. Thanks to Zach, I will never sell my ISO 222 bags. Yeah, I mean, you know, one strategy is to just hold on to all of these and leverage them. That's mostly what I'm going to do with my XRP bag. My XLM bag, I don't know. I'm just not as attached to it like XRP. I don't believe in it as well. I believe in it enough to it be my second holding, but I just have more to go and grasp with Ripple XRP. There's more to hold on to. Jed McCaleb's is in the shadows doing everything with his behind the scene entity groups. So he's doing his little deal. Did you shake Dan Pena's hand? No. After the seminar got over, Dan said we ain't doing any effing selfies. Boy, is he amazing in person. He's so much better in person. I know all of Dan's stuff. I listen to him all day religiously, but in person, when you can hear the room shake when he's yelling and screaming at you, it hits different. The ones Zach talks about aren't a scam. Yeah, that's the thing is I vet everything out very seriously. The whole space is very risky, so we want to make sure that, you know, I do relatively conservative. I don't have a gamble bag. If I had a gamble bag and if I had time for that, I don't, but I think it's a better use of my time to spend my time in my business than it is trading meme coins. Because meme coins will go away. My business is going to stand through this recession, depression. And I control it. And I control when I pay taxes on it. That's how the rich stay rich right there. They control how much and when they pay taxes. Yeah, Dan Payne is not for everyone, but he's my guy. His numbers don't lie for business. Even if he turns you off, I mean, his numbers don't lie. But yeah, it was super awesome. He put on a free seminar in Omaha, Nebraska, because he's attending the Warren Buffett Berkshire Hathaway conference. And so he put on a free seminar for the Omaha, Nebraska folks. But there was people that flew in from all over the country, myself included, and got to see him speak for free. It was amazing. Once in a lifetime opportunity. I don't know if I'll make it to the Castle seminar. You got to drop 30,000 big ones to go to the Castle seminar at Dan's house. Okay, so what about the water? I can't speak on the water here. But guys, just understand that, you know, we have many issues. Health crisis, water crisis, food crisis, supply chain crisis, debt crisis, liquidity crisis, spiritual crisis. It's a serious situation out here. Rich people use IULs as well. Yes, if you're looking to get life insurance, which is what an IUL is, head to zacrector.com, hit the life insurance tab, and we can get you hooked up. We got a good guy, get you set up with the life insurance if you're looking to add that to your policy. So if you want to check that out, just get educated on it. If you don't know what life insurance is, I'm not here to show you it. I myself have set some up with my family, looking to implement that as part of my wealth creation and building preservation strategy. Life insurance, zacrector.com, just hit the life insurance tab. You can get a free consultation. Zach, what would you turn around and invest in after selling all of your XLM? Well, I'd set aside some for taxes, set aside some to buy back my bag, or at least buy back a portion of my bag. And then most of my investments monies, well, I will say this. So I got kind of two buckets. I have my business and my working capital cash accounts, and then I have my investment account. And I don't really want to pull money out from my investment, any of that equity, any of that capital that I've built up. If I buy, some real estate and, that's turning out some cash flow, whatever. But for me, I've always viewed like my crypto bag is going to stay in crypto, or it's going to stay in investments. It may shift to a different asset class, but it's going to stay in that. And then whatever passive income spits off, then I could use that to spend, right? But I want to keep all that there, and I want to compound it. That equity, that capital that I have in my investment bucket, I want it to compound, building tax-free. My business, my earned income, that's over here. That's my cash, right? And then I have silver, precious metals, partially as an investment, but mostly for an insurance hedge. Philip Johnson, thank you for the super chat. Thank God to the person that stopped the Alibaba and Ethereum cross-border deal. Well, yeah, that was the Trump administration, the Treasury Department. It was the Treasury Department there ruled that Alibaba, Ethereum, what was that? They were trying, or what was that? They were trying to buy MoneyGram. Was that Jack Ma and Alibaba? They were trying to buy MoneyGram, and the Treasury Department axed that deal. $401k can be confiscated by the government if needed. I think that 401ks are going to get wrecked, so I don't have a retirement account as far as 401k, the traditional 401k retirement account. I don't have one of those set up. Nope, I don't do that. My boy Kyle, you got the life insurance? That's good to hear, brother. Could the SEC stalling this case be because they're waiting for another on-demand liquidity that they see they control or be put in place? I do think that they're trying to set things up, but Ripple's already done all the deals. They've already gone to everyone that matters in the space. JP Morgan, they had control of Ethereum, and that's just been a flop, right? So gold-backed Roth IRA. For me, the only interest I have in precious metals is holding them physically in my own safe, in my own vault. I don't want gold-backed anything. I have no interest in a gold-backed stablecoin, in tokenized gold crypto. I'm all about cryptocurrencies. That's not for me, no. But with that being said, I'm not allocating millions of dollars, serious chunks of change to gold. If you have that much to invest in gold or precious metals, then maybe you would consider, trusting somebody else to have it in their vault, because it's, kind of a task to store $1 million worth of gold. But yeah, for me and for the average person that just has a little bit of money to put into precious metals, I want it to be on me. Do I know Chris Noggle? No, I don't. I got silver in bulk. Awesome. How deep are you in crypto? Most of my investment is all in cryptocurrency. So most of my investment bucket that I was telling you guys about, right, is in cryptocurrency. I do have a chunk now in silver. I don't have any gold yet. Yeah. I got dry powder right now. I got to see where this thing goes. If this gets worse, I want to be able to load up. No 401k. What about Bitcoin ETF? I don't care for anything about Bitcoin. ETFs, holding Bitcoin. No. No. Do you think the private ledger will steal most of the value for XRP versus the public ledger? No, I think that they will use each other. For XRP to see out its full potential and value, you want to grow the public ecosystem, and then you want to allow them to use that private central bank network on the back end. Cash may be king if cryptos crash. Yeah, well, I'm looking at the stock market having crashed this much, the real estate market getting squeezed because they're raising interest rates. So there's going to be deals, I think, across the board. It's just a matter of, what do you understand and where do you need to put your money? There's going to be a lot of opportunity in business, a lot of opportunity in real estate. Our cryptos will be on sale. Stocks, I have no interest in. Other than once I become an accredited investor, I will do early stage pre-IPO stocks. So before they go public. But I don't do the stock market. Not yet, at least. Which is so stupid how they've got that set up. You know, you got to have permission from the government. You got to be an accredited investor before they'll let you invest in early stage startups, early stage companies. Why is there a fence with barbed wire around the Federal Reserve building? I do not know what's going on in DC other than the whole place looks like a construction site. I have no idea what's going on there. It's crazy. I have no idea what Joe Biden is doing. Oil shares have and will continue to boom. Yep. I mean, if you can get a stock like dividend paying stocks, I think that that's kind of cool because you get that cash flow. Some companies, yeah. I just think that the opportunity doesn't compare. Like, I tell people, if you already got a retirement account, I wouldn't necessarily advise anyone to like sell off your whole retirement account and go to crypto, because people ask me that all the time. Should I sell off all my stock? Should I exit my 401k and cash it out? And I'm just like, hold up. Not financial advice. If you already have your money over there, you're going to get hit with a penalty. Maybe you want to just keep some over there, and there is some opportunity in the stock market. It's just not as much opportunity as I see in cryptocurrencies, and or not as much upside as I see when I've invested back in my business, or as I see even in real estate. Because real estate, the tax advantages with real estate. Do you think that XRP starts to be mainstream 2023 to 2024? Yeah, I mean, we have record on-demand liquidity volume. So we're already breaking records for demand, for volume. When the SEC case ends, it will go mainstream. Do you agree with Blockchain Backer's TA? Yes. He is my go-to for technical analysis, Blockchain Backer. Should I invest in Ripple now? Do you think it's a good investment? I would. I do. Sam, thank you for the super chat. Question, is Syntropy, NOIA, part of the new financial system based on its utility? What is that? Super chat from Dan. Zach, if you and your wife have another child and it's a boy, could you name it after me? Dan, probably not. I appreciate the super chat. Syntropy, NOIA. What does that do? NOIA. What's the hype with Syntropy? $58 million market cap, trading at 10 cents. What's going on with this crypto? Syntropy's ICO launched July 2nd, 2019. It raised $6.6 million. What does Syntropy do? Algo is pumping. An alt season is very likely to still occur this year. Yeah, I feel like I hear big businesses buying up homes. Yes. BlackRock, yep. Zillow kind of flopped on their operations, but yes. The hedge funds have been buying up Main Street, for sure. Fixes latency and network issues. How's Reaper doing? It's a good question. Is Reaper listed on this? Reaper's at 4 cents right now. Yep. I saw Xoj was pumping, I think. Xoj was pumping. I don't have any of that. It's one of the more popular XRP ledger tokens. Let's take a look at Algo. Up to 66 cents. Wow. Yeah, it is up today. That's good to see for the Algo. Up about 6% today. Oh, sorry, that's the last hour. It's up 12% in the last day. Well, that's good to see. Super chat from Beta. So my question, how are we going to be able to keep our XRP? They have the seed phrase, it's on the blockchain, public data. Can't they shut down ledgers? No, they don't. They don't have our seed phrase. You'll be able to keep your ledger, you'll be able to keep your cryptocurrencies on your ledger, on your wallets where that seed phrase is generated for you. XDC is now on Uphold, yep. Is Monero any good? I don't do any of the privacy coins. The privacy coins are under attack by the government, so I don't do any of them. Yeah, Algo's pumping. That's good to see. XDC price prediction, please. I was looking for XDC to hit like 50 cents short term. Basically just do like a, what would that be? About a 3x, 2 to 3x off of the last all-time high that it hit. So it hit up about 20 cents. So I had targets for XDC between 40 and 60 cents during the alt season. But we'll see. What's up with Uphold charging 4% to buy? Yeah, I mean, all these exchanges, they got to get their fees. Yeah, I'm not familiar. I know Coinbase Pro has pretty low fees. I use Coinbase Pro for buying my XLM. Yeah. Uphold and Kucoin. Kucoin's pretty good. XDC is going to 3 digits. Yeah, maybe long term, right? Long term, XDC looks really good. XDC at 6 cents right now. So it's yeah, holding sideways here, 5 to 6 cents. Total supply is only 37 billion for XDC. Circulating supply of 12 billion right now. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty good. Only 37 billion tokens. Pretty good. Market cap's only $760 million right now. That's nothing. Nothing. Not even $1 billion in the market cap. Yeah. God, I want to buy more crypto right now so bad. If Starlink has anything to do with the new system and Centropy is working with Starlink, then something could be going on. I'm not aware of that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Sell some silver. I don't think silver's up right now, is it? Not from where I bought it. I don't think. I won't consider selling my silver until I'm looking for 3-digit silver before I sell it. So I paid like 28 bucks an ounce around there, under 30 bucks. But yeah, I'm looking 3-digit silver. I will sell a small portion back. Maybe I'll just sit on it. The main reason why I'd even consider selling some of it back is just to establish a relationship with my dealer. I want him to know that I'm sitting on good silver that I bought from him, and I might bring it back to him. Starlink definitely has something to do with the new system, absolutely. I'm just not aware of Syntropy. I have not seen any connections there, so I'm not aware of that. But Starlink, most definitely, yeah, they're going to be putting some nodes on those satellites in space. The quantum financial system, whether it's 5 years away, 10 years away, I do not believe that it is 20 years away, like 10, 20 years away like they tell us. I don't believe in that. I mean, look at what Elon just did with Starlink in Ukraine, right? They asked him to turn on the internet over there, flip the switch, did whatever he did. What do you think that Ripple jumps to immediately after IPO? I'm not sure. I don't even know what it's trading at. Yes, we have the Fed meeting this week, so we will get that announcement. Yep. Everything's going on sale right now. Like silver's at a great price right now. Cryptocurrencies have already gotten to a great price. Real estate, I'm waiting for a little bit better, but I mean, it's coming. I'm starting to see it. Real estate's kind of slow moving. But I mean, the deals are already here. Do you think the XRP will stabilize at a price? Yeah, I think the XRP will stabilize once it's at 4 and 5 digits. Thoughts on Lobster? I like Lobster. I got set up on Lobster. I'm ready to utilize it. Super excited for the DeFi, the whole XLM ecosystem being built out. Super excited for that. I have not bought any assets. I still just hold XLM. So I'm ready to use Lobster when I find, when I find more information on some of the solid projects. And these smaller projects get absolutely wrecked during these times. So that's why I'm not like jumping the gun to try to invest into some of these tokens. Because like one of my Discord members asked me before I got on here about Aqua. Aqua is one of the leaders in the XLM ecosystem right now. It looks solid, but these projects just get hammered during these times. So I'm not jumping in on any of those. If I were to invest in crypto right now, it would only be in the utility coins that I'm fine holding down another 50%. Zach, do you think it's even remotely a good idea to start a brick and mortar business right now, given the state of the market? Okay, so great question. I love that you're asking a question here about business right now. There is a lot of opportunity, okay? But you have to have passion for what you're going into. And you also have to understand whether you're just creating another job for yourself or if you're actually going to go run a business, right? That's more than just you. So there's two routes that you can take, two paths, which is basically you are a specialist, you're self-employed, you run your own show, you create a job for yourself where usually you end up working more hours for less pay than you could be just doing that job for someone else. I know, trust me, I know. I am self-employed myself. I work endlessly and you're building up equity in your business, you're dumping money back in. If you do it properly and you end up creating a business for yourself though, then you create something that can run without you there every day. So there's two different routes, two different ways to do business. Brick and mortar. It depends what the business is because some businesses are dead, brick and mortar. But in other aspects, people want an experience right now. As we come out of the pandemic, as we come out of the lockdowns, people want to go experience certain things. It's just a matter of, what specific industry are you talking about? In a lot of retail brick and mortar businesses, though, your margins aren't there. You'd be much better off going into different businesses. So that's kind of an extended way, but of answering that question. The margins are tight in restaurants, in retail sales. Like, they're tight. So you got to have passion. You got to have something that really separates you from your competition if you're going into brick and mortar. And you really got to have something that's going to be desired. And the fact of the matter is that we're running out of discretionary income. So it needs to be something that people need. I want to be in businesses that people need during a depression right now. Someone asked me in my Patreon group, they asked me about starting or buying another business just today. And I answered them back, kind of giving the same answers that I just gave you. I don't know who you are, so it's tough without context to know. Are you a true entrepreneur business owner? Or are you just needing a side hustle, or you should go into business for yourself? You can create, kind of a little bit more freedom in your life. And there's a trade-off. There's a trade-off working for yourself, right? But there's a proper way to do it too, to where you can set it up and your business isn't going to kill you. You're not going to be working that thing until you fall over dead. But you really have to have an understanding in business. But yeah, brick and mortar retail, the margins are tight. So 9 out of 10 people should probably not go into business brick and mortar. Which, I don't even know what you mean by that, right? Because like there's so many different brick and mortar businesses. As far as the real estate, I love real estate. So I'm going to be moving on real estate here. So that's one of my focuses right now. Okay, Tony says, Mental X says, I owned a small business. It is a lot of work. Be careful. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Tony, I personally went the self-employment route. I have contractors that work under me to help me out with direct marketing, but it's not an operation that I can step away from where it runs itself. Absolutely. Yeah. The good news is, on some of these where you're your own contractor, right? You're doing your service business. The service guys, you guys can just raise your prices 10% every month over the next year. Literally. Raise your prices 10% each month over the next year. Depending on your pricing, I know some of the old timers that I know that are in my business, in my area, my quote unquote competitors, they need to double their prices tomorrow. Right. Yeah. But they don't run legitimate businesses anyways. Sam, thank you for the super chat. I'm extremely passionate about the style of business I'm heading into, and my base is covered. I'm worried that market crash may tank me, i.e. rent. Yeah, what's your business, Sam? Yeah, there's so much opportunity in business right now. There really is. If you got skills to pay the bills, you can demand a raise from your boss right now pretty much. Or if you run your own business, you can raise your prices right now. Hopefully you already did. And then if you're going to run big businesses, if you're going to, basically go the route of creating a big business, there's more opportunity than ever because your competition is selling and walking away. Your competition is feeling the squeeze. They're giving up. You can buy their business. You can buy their existing cash flow. That's the real model to create generational wealth in business. You do a series of equity transactions where you eat up your competitors and you finance it with other people's debt, other people's money. And that's the strategy. Thank you for the super chats. I'm running a welding powder coating business now. Biggest problem in my industry is finding the right help. Yeah, that's across the board, right? So understand that if you're going into a business that's labor intensive, there's a labor shortage right now, and my generation doesn't want to work for anything. So yeah, you have to understand that. E-Myth is where you work 4-hour day shifts. Well, there's two books. The E-Myth is about working on your business, not in your business. So that's a different book by Michael Gerber. I've listened to that one. And then the other book is The 4-Hour Work Week. I think I did read that one back in like 2015 when I first got into business and was like, oh, well, that sounds good. 4-Hour Work Week. But no, the big players don't do 4-Hour Work Week is not how the big players do it. If you want to run a small e-commerce business or you create a passive real estate portfolio, then yeah, you could do a 4-hour work week or retire. But I mean, I'm trying to create a lot of wealth and I love business. I love what I do. So I love building my business. So I got a ways to go before I want to hang them up. Sam says he's opening up a hookah lounge and bar that's next to a major college university. There isn't one anywhere near here, so I have no competition. Love it. Love it. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yep. That's the only thing there is it's really not scalable, right? It's not a scalable operation. But at least with that, you can hire people to run it, right? I mean, that should be a relatively simple business to run. What do you need? Two people there to serve drinks, or if you're serving food, or if you're just letting people toke it up in the building there? That's pretty easy. Make sure no one passes out. If they pass out, call 911. Pretty standard operating procedures like that. I like that. That's a good business right there, I guess. I mean, I don't know the margins, but I just like how simple that is. I'm gonna let college kids come blaze it up in a building. That's it. The only problem now is the college kids are broke, but I don't know. Maybe you can discount on the product. I don't know if you can sell the product too. I don't know how that works, but that's interesting. What do you think of the Faraday bag? I don't have one, but yeah, they're nice. They're nice to have. What is your mainstay? What do you mean my mainstay? How much further do you think XRP is going to dip? Well, we're at 60 cents. We'll have a major wall at 50. If we break through 60 cents in a major way, I have to go look at what levels we go down to. Yeah. We did that flash crash to 40 cents. Remember, we did that flash crash to 40 cents. So 40 cents might come through again. But I don't even worry about price. I don't even check price on a daily basis anymore. It's funny. I created my whole thing off of crypto, and now I don't even check the crypto market on a daily basis. I'm about making money, guys. I'm about creating generational wealth. Cryptocurrency is just one part of our strategy, right? Most people create their millions, create their generational wealth from business. I think it's about to hit the fan with the Roe v. Wade decision. That's a good question. I'm sure that the kids will get riled up about that. Yeah. Is that what that did? Did it really effectively overturn Roe v. Wade? I thought it's a different case, right? Like they didn't hear Roe v. Wade again, but it's something similar, I guess. I'm sure they'll be in an uproar about that. Yeah. Yep. Wholesale real estate. Yeah, wholesaling is really grown in popularity, so you got more competition, but I mean, there's people making money in real estate in every market. So it's just about understanding real estate, having a whole business strategy for real estate. There's many different ways to skin that one. Okay, here we go with the XRP Veil trolls. He says he doesn't know XRP Veil, but yet King Veil has him on video saying he knows who he is and shared his videos. All right, guys. I don't care. I've never shared XRP Veil's videos. I've watched one of his videos. So I have nothing against him. Nothing. I don't. Yeah. I don't know why the XRP Veil army shows up in my chat every day and is like wanting to compare us. Zach, thankfully, there's actually a lot of people that go to this university that are 25 plus, and I've sourced a lot of potential customers to be veterans, Muslims, and upscale clients. There you go. There you go. That's awesome. Yeah, so you already got your demographics, right? That's awesome. Guys, let's take a few more questions and then I'm going to wrap up this session. Yep, you want to understand your market, you want to understand your industry before you go in. Investigate before you invest. How do you like Omaha? I live here. There was not much going on in Omaha. That's for sure. I think Dan stated that they have more cows than they do people in the state of Nebraska. I don't know if that's true, but that's what he said. The old guy, he's always exaggerating the truth a little bit, but no, it didn't look like there was much going on in Omaha, but I love the Midwest. Like, I wouldn't want to live there, but I love the Midwest. God bless the people in the Midwest. I don't know what the heck you guys are doing out there in the middle of nowhere, but God bless you guys. I love flying into Omaha, seeing all the farmland, the flyover states. God bless them. They keep this country fed. They keep this country working. They're good people. They're good people. Love from Australia. Thank you. Yeah, I think that it's silly that like influencers are so like focused on who said what first. Oh, everyone's copying me, da da da. Man, I share love to all of the XRP army. Anyone who shares truth, I will share their work and I will stand behind them. You know, it's funny. I see it on TikTok all the time, all the immature kids. It's always about, oh, I told you this, I told you that, I made this. I mean, I was the only one that called the bear market back in December 4th, but whatever. I know you guys are tired of hearing me say that. Zach, have you ever considered making any type of online learning groups outside of Discord, such as a course or learning activities outside of Discord? I'd be willing to buy since I'm not on Patreon. Sam, yes, let's just say that there was going to be something coming here shortly. Yeah. I'll give you guys a little exclusive sneak peek on what I'm thinking about. I don't know if I'm going to create a course or a product, but I'm thinking of basically mentoring or coaching some people specifically on business. So that would be another thing that would be available there. But it would be a short list of people. It'd be a very small group. I'd probably be trying to do like not that many, like less than 10 at a time. And it'd be kind of a more in-depth business mentorship coaching program. That's we're looking at doing. Would you guys be interested in something like that? Let me know in the comments. I'm trying not to spread myself too thin right now, but I've already gotten a lot of demand, a lot of people asking me about that, and I think that a lot of people would get a lot of value out of that. I have 7 years in business now, and now I run 2 businesses, and yeah, so that we're working on that. Zach, I would totally want to join Patreon, but I have to choose between my XRP buys or the Patreon with my budget. Obviously, I have to choose XRP buys. Yeah, I appreciate it, Sam. Sam, you're always giving us super chats. We appreciate the love, brother. No, I understand. We have Peru in the chat. What businesses? I have a landscape business and I have a landscape business and media business. Peru in the house. Yo, what is up? Yeah. Especially during this time right now when the crypto markets have taken a dump, right? We still need to be taking action, and I know a lot of you guys are trying to get started, but it's nice to have someone kind of hold your hand, or at least just have like at least a one-on-one session for an hour. We can cover a lot. I was doing one-on-one sessions. I included one-on-one sessions for all my Discord members for like 2 months over the winter when I had more time. Now my landscape business is just, I'm working 6 days a week in it. So I haven't had time to do the one-on-one sessions, but I'm going to be bringing the one-on-one sessions back, but I'll be doing less of them. And yeah, we'll see. We're going to launch some sort of business mentorship program, probably. Something that's affordable, that'll be an investment in yourself and your business, but something that's not going to, you're not going to have to leverage the house to get into. I want to go to Dan's Castle so bad, but it's 30,000 big bones. One of the kids at the conference was going. He said that he had just wired the money. And I asked him, so you had to pay 20,000 big ones? And he says, it was 20,000 euro, so it's 32,000 US dollars. I was like, golly. But you get to go there for a week. I think you spend like 4 or 5 nights there at the castle at Dan. But yeah. Should do a Q&A with the Bearable Bull. Yeah, I know. He's another one. Guys, I need to get on my interview game. We'll be looking to do some more interviews over this next month. I'm super excited about bringing some more interviews to this channel. I know there's been some OGs in the XRP community that I've been talking to that I need to get some time set aside for these guys and have some conversations because, yeah, huge shout out to all the OGs. Waters Above Crypto is another one. Yep. Will it go down more because of the solar thing you were talking about? Yeah, so we had the partial solar eclipse. The market went down. That was April 30th. And then we go into the full moon, which I believe is May 15th and 16th or 16th and 17th. And that's going to be the full moon, and it's going to be a lunar eclipse. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we bounce out to the upside. That's my hope and prayer. Do I think XDC will go up? Yeah. Will we even be able to sell XRP in exchanges when it's 4 digits? Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. I don't think there's going to be plenty of options for that. We still going to see 30 cent XRP? I think that there's a chance. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate all the love. Eric Onassis with another super chat. Thanks for the videos. XRP, XDC, XLM, the Holy Trinity. the Holy Trinity. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. I appreciate you guys for sharing this message with other like-minded individuals. YouTube, if you could hit that thumbs up for me, greatly appreciate that. If you're looking to get any of the merch, anything that we got going on, we have the Patreon community. If you want to support the channel, we have a spot at $5, $5.89. If you want to support the channel, we greatly appreciate that. If you want to hop into our Discord group, it's over there at Patreon as well. You can join that program. And we got some more programs coming down the pike here, more interviews. This channel is continuing to grow, And I just appreciate everyone who's joined us in this community. We're going to continue to bring the truth, continue to bring you guys these Q&A sessions. I love answering your guys' questions, interacting with you guys, and we'll continue to bring it here. I appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care. God bless. We'll see you in the next one.